All right, among the many things Colorado is known for is live music. Red Rocks Amphitheater is, of course, one of them. It's world famous. It's a venue that draws in fans and artists from all over the world. And while shows at Red Rocks are truly one of a kind, saw my first 2 weeks ago. It's amazing. They can now have a lasting impact on your hearing. And not just Red Rocks, this is any venue. Joining me now to talk about hearing concerns from concerts is Dr. Ira Chang, a neurologist with HCA HealthOne Swedish. So thank you for joining us. I'm particularly interested in this because I'm probably too late now, or maybe it's never too late, but I've been going to live music my whole life. I love it. Why is it hurting our ears? How is it hurting our ears?
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
So the way that, I think it's common knowledge that loud sounds can damage the ear, but what happens is in the ear, the cochlea, there's thousands of little hair cells that are very delicate, and they ripple when sound waves hit them, and that's how the electrical signals transfer to the brain and get read as sound and music. Well, when the force of the sound is very loud, the damage and the force can actually cause damage to the hair cells and they can break. Or if there's a long period of sound exposure, they can get tired and fatigued and stressed out, and they can actually die.
And would this be permanent damage? It's not like an organ that can regrow or something?
So like these hair cells, like brain cells, do not regrow and regenerate.
Okay.
So they can temporarily get injured and then they can recover. And that would be like if someone had ringing in the ears or muffled hearing, and that's a sign that they've undergone some stress. So you need to be careful the next time.
Okay, so after a loud show, I definitely hear it. I can feel that my hearing has changed. It usually dies down. And that's what I think people don't really get concerned about this. But when does it become a concern? When should you be concerned?
Yeah, so I think there's a decibel level of 85 that most people, that would be considered safe. And so now, with apps and smartphones and watches, you can measure that. And really, it's the volume and the duration. So it's a combination of the two. The louder the sound, the shorter time period that you can withstand versus lower volume and louder sounds. Now, Red Rocks, you'd think, is an open venue, and so you think it's safer.
Yeah.
But you can record, they can record 95 to 106 decibels at Red Rocks anywhere in the stands, because it's like the natural geography is like this huge acoustic funnel. So it basically reflects and bounces the sound off the walls.
That's why people love it.
And comes right up
But it's also
stand.
what makes it dangerous.
Yes.
So I told you I was at Mile High the other night for Ed Sheeran, and my first time ever, my watch gave me an alert.
Yes.
That it was like 95 or something like that, and it's louder than usual, and you should take precaution.
Right.
Why should people take this seriously? It's not just, okay, I lost a little bit of my hearing because I've had a lifetime of going to live music, but this can lead to something else. Yeah.
Sure. Well, long term, it can lead to permanent hear loss, which is a risk in developing dementia. So I think the things, and that's really important. And of course, quality of life when you get older. And it can happen very gradually over time. So I think, we want everyone to enjoy concerts and music and open air at Red Rocks. But what you can do is you can certainly keep track of how much exposure you're getting, and then you can take breaks. The simplest thing is if it gets really loud, they say about 15 minutes of really loud sound is above that is damaging. But maybe more frequent breaks. The
earplugs.
And the high fidelity earplugs, they're not the same as those little foam things that you get on the airplanes. They actually lower the overall volume of sound without changing the quality or the clarity.
And you say they cost anywhere from $25 to $40. A small price to pay to keep your hearing, not get dementia, and a concert tee these days is $60.
Exactly.
So take that into consideration. Dr. Ira Chang, thank you so much for coming in and talking to us about it. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.